Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Kier. Thank you so much for watching. If you've never been here before, then make sure you hit that red subscribe button and follow me on Instagram. That's where I interact with you guys, I ask you questions, and a couple weeks ago I asked you guys a question. I, like most girls with curly hair, generally wear it straight. I wear it straight so often that when I did start wearing it curly again, a couple of people have asked me if I got a perm. I did ask you guys on Instagram stories if you wanted me to do a tutorial for how I style my curly hair, and there was an overwhelming response. This video is not sponsored, although it should be, so Deva, if you want to work with me in the future, you hit me up. So I'm going to go through the products that I use, and then I will also link them in the description box so that you can reference them. I am going to be using affiliate links for all of these things, so if you find this helpful and if you do want to try any of these products, then you click those links, I get a small commission, it doesn't cost you any more, and it does help me out. And the last thing I want to mention before I dive in is if your curls don't turn out like this the first time or even the second time, have no fear, it will happen. Your curls have forgotten how to be curls, truly. So it's going to take a couple of tries, maybe 2 weeks of wearing your hair curly consistently for them to regain their curl, their elasticity, their shape. So keep on doing it. It is so much better for your hair. I'm wearing my hair curly right now because number one, it's impossible to have straight hair in the humidity in Florida for the summer. And two, I'm trying to use as little heat as possible right now, and I use so much less heat when my hair is curly. So those are the reasons that I'm wearing my hair curly right now. All right guys, let's get started.
So the first thing you want to do is brush out your hair. You don't want to do this in the shower because your hair is most sensitive to damage when it is wet. So you can use a wide tooth comb, a pick, whatever, your fingers. I just used my fingers because I couldn't find my comb. I'm going to be using the Deva Curl No Poo. This is a non-lathering moisturizing shampoo. I guess it could kind of be compared to When, if you've ever used that, but it works way better, it smells way better, and I just absolutely love this shampoo. I'm using it for about 6 years. I use it even when I wear my hair straight because it's so gentle on your hair, sulfate free, silicone free, paraben free, and it just is super moisturizing, and I just love it. So I first start with my scalp, really using my nails, and then I get it a little bit wet and kind of pull the shampoo through the ends of my hair. I really want to focus on the scalp though, just so that it gets really nice and clean. It's a little bit weird when you're not used to it. You're thinking like, okay, I need it to lather so that it's getting clean, but I promise you, it actually does get clean. But as you can see, my hair is completely detangled. I don't know of any other shampoos that detangle your hair like this one. So if you run out of conditioner, as we all do, you are good to go and your hair will still be pretty. Anyway, moving on to conditioner, I use the Deva Curl One Condition, and it is my favorite conditioner in the world. It is like putting liquid silk into your hair, and it smells even better than the shampoo. I'm sorry that the lens started to fog up a little bit. I hope that you guys can still see it okay. I did take a minute and clean it off in a second. Next, you can kind of wait for it to soak in, give it a few minutes, shave, brush your teeth, do whatever you do in the shower, and then you want to go ahead and rinse. Now, when you're rinsing this conditioner out, you really don't want to rinse it all out. I say this because this conditioner really does double as a styling cream. Now, the next part is the most important part for having frizz-free curls. You want to start with your hair sopping wet. I go ahead and add a little bit more of the conditioner, I add the light defining gel, and I add the styling cream, and one by one I scrunch them into my hair. You don't want to comb the product through your hair because you don't want to separate the strands. You really just want to spread them through your hands and scrunch your hair. The fact that your hair is sopping wet is great because the wetness kind of dilutes the product and separates it through your hair perfectly. So just go ahead and add your products and scrunch them through your hair. Next, you want to get a towel. I like to use the Aquise Lisi Luxe hair towel because it is specially designed to be super absorbent and reduce frizz. You want to scrunch your hair the fewest times as possible. So hold it once you scrunch it up for a long time. Make sure you go all the way up to the scalp and try not to scrunch it more than like 5 times. I like to do it in the front, and then I go to the side, and then I go to the other side. All right, time to blow dry. I like to sit down for this part because it takes a while. So I'm using this crazy looking hand thing called the Deva diffuser. Deva really knows what they're doing when it comes to curls. This diffuser is awesome because unlike most diffusers, which have a bunch of little spikes that stick up and can separate your curls, this one is shaped like a hand, so it really doesn't separate your curls and cause frizz. So I like to go to the side and bent over the front so that when I flip my hair over, I get a lot of volume. You really don't want to separate your curls. You just want to hold it there for a long period of time and let it dry. Go side to side, and when you flip your hair, be it as gentle as possible. I also like to do the back and right on the scalp just so that it gets all of that moisture, because that really can take a long time to dry. Just be gentle, try not to separate your curls, and only use your towel when it's like dripping wet. Okay, again, when you stand up, just be really gentle. Okay, now I'm using my Elnett Satin hairspray, and the reason I really like this stuff is because it never flakes or gets crusty, so you can fluff your hair after it dries, and it will be not flaky and you won't have to worry about it. I also like to use it because the ends of my hair are the most damaged, and they're the part that rub on my shirt the most. I'm also using a silk robe so that I don't cause more frizz, but yeah, the ends can tend to get a little bit more frizzy, so the hairspray just kind of helps to seal the ends. And I'm doing my makeup while my hair dries. You really don't want to touch it at all at this point. Now that it's 80% dry, you can see those frizzy ends. Again, I'm going to go back in with some of the light defining gel and some of the styling cream and just go on the ends, and if there are any kind of frizzy parts that are sticking up, I'm going to grab those and kind of smooth them down. At this point, my hair is 80% dry. When it is drying, you really don't want to touch it. At this point, you can touch it a little bit. Again, I'm just kind of trying to smooth down those ends and those bits of frizz, but yeah, you just don't want to touch it while it's drying because that's how you get really frizzy hair. So watch a show, do your makeup, watch a YouTube video, whatever you have to do to prevent yourself from touching your hair, because that is the worst thing you can do. Again, I'm just kind of smoothing out those ends. Next, I'm going to reach for another hair towel, and this is just to absorb any excess product, and I'm using another one because the original hair towel is sopping wet and I don't want to put in any more moisture that I just tried to take out. And now I reach for my Elnett Satin again just to seal those ends down, because they are really the most unhealthy part, and they will look frizzy and the rest of my hair will look perfect. Alright. This is the fun part when you get to kind of fluff up your hair. You don't want to do this until it is 95% dry. And I forgot to mention this, but when you're letting your hair dry, you either want to do it to one side, the opposite side of how you want to wear it, so you can flip it and have volume, or you want to part it in the center so that you can flip it to either side and have volume. So once it is this dry, you're able to just kind of fluff it and get some definition. You don't have to worry about it getting too frizzy, but just be selective, be gentle with your hair, and if you have any pieces that you want to smooth out, you can spray them with this Elnett Satin hairspray. It never gets flaky and it always stays soft and beautiful, so that's why I love it. Although it does have alcohol in it, which can dry out your curls, I just think it's honestly the best for keeping the ends that are a little bit fried nice and smooth and pretty without looking stiff or crunchy. Just to reiterate the most important parts, you want to start with your hair sopping wet and do not comb the product through. Just scrunch it in. Next, you want to use a hair towel, something that's designed for hair, or a microfiber towel, something that's not a regular terry cloth that's going to cause frizz. Next, you want to not flip your hair or touch it at all. Be super gentle and just leave it alone while it is drying. That includes while you're diffusing it. Touch it minimally until it is 95 to 100% dry.
Hey guys, so I just got back from the gym, and as you can see, my hair is a little bit frizzier. I slept on it, I worked out, and now I want to show you guys this other product that they have called Mr. Right that I love to use. My hair, obviously I've been sweating in it, so it is a little bit gross and a little bit frizzy. So this Mr. Right stuff is awesome because it is a curl rejuvenator, so it helps like to reform all of your curls. It helps to get rid of the frizz, and it's lavender scented, so it gets rid of any odors that might have built up during my workout, which is great. So I don't have to rewash my hair, meaning you can just go work out and then go straight to work if that's what you do. You don't have to like rewash your whole hair, do the whole process, because it is a little bit lengthy. So you basically just spray it on. I do a little bit more in sections that need more help. And kind of pull the frizz down into the curls. Just like how we started with sopping wet hair originally, you really want to get it as wet as possible in all of the areas that need help, obviously. I think that's probably pretty good. See, that only took about 1 minute. My hair is totally freshened up, less frizzy, and it gets rid of all of the odor. So that's such a great tool to have in your curly toolkit. That is it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Instagram so that I can get your feedback and we can connect and you can be part of my squad. It's gonna be fun, I promise. Anyway, I hope you guys have an amazing day, and please leave me your feedback below, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.